has a magic stick, you've ever felt threatened by 4 or 5 stick in a palm charges, you just blink away. Zai on the bottom lane so far, being alone. Ah, look at this, build on Puppey. Casual, ring of protection, fairy fire and 2 branches.
All right, early bit of tank. Let's have a look. See how much you can get out of this trial and how much pressure this is going to put Skem on the early levels. Do bring PlayHard up here as well, so Neon matching the numbers that Secret's bringing up top.
Task one of the best, if not the best tri-laner in the game. Like, you use tag team, it's just so much damage coming out. They also did not block the big camp.
Jaunuel. He's trapped. Caught in the trees there. PlayHard. He trapped. He's out, yeah.
And now you're stuck with the snowball level 1. So Team Secret should try to abuse that. They also did not block the big camp, so they can pull that, push the lane, pull it back. They also have Fisher to block people off. Like, this top lane should be really, really good for Team Secret.
Neon's got to be ever so careful with their positioning.
No,
Please get separated from the rest.
Come and fight me.
Mid lane, swap.
He's going for it. He's got it. Or maybe the fairy fire. Just enough with the tangos to keep Yopaj alive. What's he got coming out? Did have a salve coming out as well on the courier. So we'll be able to stick in lane, but it's getting very low on the mana here, Yopaj. So don't have too much more to spam out against Nisha.
A laning stage for Batrider got nerfed hard. Like, he's out of mana, as you mentioned, needs to bring ton of regen. Like, this is, I think the mid lane could potentially be a disaster for Yopaj, considering how it went. Nisha almost got a kill. He has this mana coming up from the magic stick, so he can keep harassing. Doesn't have even a point in the blink at the moment, because he just wants to put some more pressure.
This isn't going to get easier for Yopaj anytime soon. There's a Mango coming out. It's given some potential to hit back at Nisha, but as we're seeing already, Nisha just doesn't care about the bat in the laning state at all.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Batrider is so far away from bottle.
Yeah.
Just brought some tangos and the mango. Like, even if he pops the mango, he still does not have enough to use flame break and the stick in a palm. It's just too much mana. So Nisha dominating this lane, 11-7 at the moment. Uses another Shadow Strike. Yeah, it's a really hard lane for a Batrider. He needs a regen rune. He needs to find the regen rune to come back into this game.
Yeah, they've got to come over here at 4 minutes in to help Yopaj out. No doubt about it. It's on the top lane. See Matu continuing to have the edge in farm. A lot easier for him to pick it up.
Okay, this is how you help him. Jaunuel deeping mid, use a healing salve on him. Like, mid lane's not going well. Problem is, this hero doesn't really farm that fast. He doesn't have that much damage in the lane. You need to use the stick in a palm charges to get the last hits. Nisha gets a deny. We still have a question mark for some reason. I thought it was for April Fools only.
I mean, maybe April Fools has never ended. Bottom lane, Deth. A run down Zai. Zai's going to be alright. So far in this bottom lane, of course, 2 heroes left to their devices. We've got 20 for 5 against 19. With a little bit of a lead in the 1v1. Both laners will be rather happy with the amount of solo XP that they are finding.
Jaunuel coming mid. Spell the Shadow Strike. This is the second time he came mid. That's when you know things are not really going well.
Yopaj has finally got the bottle coming out though. Regen on the horizon for him.
Damage has been done. 25-15 on Queen of Pain.
That's right. And this was, of course, this was something that they picked into.
Yeah, they knew the matchup.
Yeah. But no surprises to be had. I mean, maybe they were like, well, I mean, I don't know if they would have thought that there was a potential for like the Quap to be some support Quap and DP to be mid, but I would think not. No, that's very unlikely. They must have known that she would have been mid on the Queen of Pain.
Nisha has more denies than the enemy carry has CS. That's just brutal.
Extra for the event.
Definitely a rough start here for Neon. Matu, he's complete pre-farm. It's one of those situations where you do have this Tusk in a tri-lane, but not really able to do too much with that. They can't fight into this aggro tri-lane of Secret.
Rotation to the bottom, YapzOr TPs, he gets the proc, Fisher should be enough to get a kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Deth, let's try and turn the Fairy Fire.
They need to share the damage from Edict. Okay.
Close, but Zai's able to win out, get the kill and survive. Yopaj is having to turn to the jungle, but Nisha gonna be stepping up each time to see if he ever catches Yopaj close to the wave.
Snowball, oh what a connect from Zai.
The Rolling Thunder, Zai able to play back in as low as he is. To 0, 2k lead already. This is looking rough for Obi Neon.
It's rough. You also have a carry gyro. You have a Batrider who's not really having a good time on a mid lane. Nisha going in. Not gonna commit. He had Arcane in the bottle, did the math. He's like Sonic Waves, not enough to take him down.
Attack.
If it was you, you'd probably just pop it, right? You're like 6 times 3 minus 4 equals a kill on a Batrider. Yeah.
Maybe he accidentally cancels his TP.
Under attack.
Gotta play for the small.
Yeah, maybe they added something that stops the TP. And I didn't read the patch notes. Top lane.
Oh no, Skem. They're running him down. They've got the burst. Sonic is out. Skem's out.
The opposite of regicide.
Quick kill for Nisha as he's ready to use this fantastic amount of farm levels that he's been picked up in that pre-farm mid.
Yeah, level 7 Arcane Rune TP. So he's gonna have another ulti in 70 seconds. I don't know how Batrider like comes back into the game. They need to make some stacks from there. There are stacks.
Gonna have to set up again. Zai, YapzOr, and Puppey. They're chasing down Deth. There's no help for them at all. Deth will slowly but surely be taken down. Will be able to bring down Yopaj. Puppey gets Zai. See if they can get them in. They're actually going to be able to find the 3 of them in return. So they'll take that one. Obi Neon, 3 for 1. Absolutely.
Well, not too bad of a trade.
Yeah.
Like that Edict, it's maxed out. A lot of overtime damage. Skem, TPs to the bottom lane. They don't have too much damage, and there's no Leshrac around, but he will, you know, deal some.
Can get a bit more of that going, especially if they're able to bring in like, the Oracle in time, keep Lesh alive, and we'll be able to close that gap as Nisha
Invisibility.
be able to grab that rune. Yopaj and PlayHard.
Oh boy.
All of it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Pressure
has
the
fallen.
Lesh is too much for the bottom tower. Deth able to take the tier 1 at a very good time here. 8 minutes in. Zai, he's moved up to the top.
He's ready to go.
Looking for an easier kill, looking for Jaunuel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Thunder in,
attack.
and the follow from Matu and YapzOr. No help for the Oracle. Secret.
Dire's top
We've lost
tower
the tier 1
is under
tower bottom.
attack.
We're going to get the side push up with the tier 1
Radiant's
top.
middle tower
Deth
is under
already
attack.
making moves over to the mid.
Forcing
Radiant
blip out of Team
structures are
Secret.
fortified.
So they're not gonna have that for a long time. Batrider in the jungle trying to recover. They made a couple of stacks for
Radiant's
him
middle
to work
tower
towards
is
that
under
boost of
attack.
travel. There's a big difference already. 1k
Dire's
gold
top
lead
tower
for
is
Queen of
under
Pain.
attack.
Going into Orchid. It was such a good Queen of Pain pick here, because you don't care, they don't have enough lockdown, you don't care about task rotations, you can blink over the shards, you dominate the lane. Like, they picked
would make a hell of a power
Batrider
couple.
into Queen of Pain, which is pretty bad,
Dire's top
and now
tower is under
like Queen of
attack.
Pain can cut into back lines, find Oracle, especially with the
Dire's
Orchid
top
done.
tower has fallen.
Mid. On a poke at Deth, but Deth has got Jaunuel and PlayHard right behind him. Deth, in fact, he's just running up to the high ground aggressively. He must get in on the action. Extra TP's coming in for Secret. Deth goes up pretty far, and he'll be fine. Feeling very confident in the backup of his Oracle to remove any sort of debuffs that the Secret do throw out at him. It's making space for Skem down bottom, as we'll see Skem with a build, going straight for the Axe.
This one's, it's a great build, of course, but it pays off if you manage to farm it out. Royal Jelly and the Chip West found.
See over in the river. To the high ground with the Snowball. PlayHard trying to get in on the front lines of it all, but Nisha and Die, they're able to turn. PlayHard will die for this.
Excellent.
They didn't even use the Rolling Thunder. he should also have a really good time on a Pangolier. The only pretty much ability you need to care about is like Flaming Lasso once he gets the Ether Lance. Other than that, you're fine. But it's gonna take time until he gets it. Because I see what Betrider has queued up. Blink Dagger after finishing bots into BKB, Force Staff, and then he goes for Lance. Might change things around if Pangolier causes a lot of issues.
Yopaj on the hump for the Summerman Monkey King. Walking into YapzOr and Zyno instead. Now Nisha jumping up from the side. We had to push back Yopaj with the Sonic Wave. The rest of Obi Neon trying to make their way over here. Yopaj can he juke his way out as he can't. The swatch finishes him off. Deth, see if we can find some trades. Chasing down YapzOr with the Diabolic Edict. They'll get Von and return it over to the side. The homing radar. Stuff from Deth. As Obi Neon, they'll take two for the loss of their bat. And again, they'll be happy with this. Each time that Obi Neon's able to find the favorable trades and numbers.
Puppey, he stole the bottle.
Oh, no, he didn't.
He did. There we go. Oh my god. 650 gold down the drain.
What was he doing there?
I don't know.
Radiant's middle
someone
tower
put it. I don't know what's going on. Like I was not checking the tower. And like, oh, is there a bottle?
It's the bottle. All right. Okay, so a little bit of a gold swing there.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
he's
attack.
keeping it. I want to see like, if he gives it. Cause he's also gonna like, Zai's gonna TP to refill the stolen bottle.
Oh my goodness, losing the bottle. How long was that on the floor for?
Oh, when you're asking too many questions.
So, hey, I mean, because they weren't even near there. They were charging up all onto the triangle as secret, and then
They were baiting. Like they were baiting with the bottle.
Baiting, wow.
Didn't really pay off.
A free bottle for Puppey. I've never seen that before.
He should probably give it to Earthshaker, you know, because Earthshaker consumes a lot of mana. But
I feel, well, we'll get to see it. I mean, it's just, but there's no one near it.
Yeah.
Who left the bottle on the floor? What it must have been, right? It must have been like the refill thing.
And
they were coming in, they passed over the bottle.
Oh,
They think they passed over the bottle, but they didn't pass it over successfully. They just dragged it onto the ground, and obviously none of them realized because they were making that quick move to try and get over and fight in the triangle.
I like the smile in YapzOr's face. He's like, yeah, man, Puppey picked up the bottle, and then like realization that he's not gonna get it, that Puppey's gonna keep it for himself.
In that bottle. He really is. Mid lane, Echo Slap dropped down. Deth, it's gonna be safe though. Wild comes in with a false promise. Deth will live for now. Nisha still seeing if maybe there's an opportunity to dive in on this Zai. Might go in from the side here. Open up with the rolling thunder, jump forward. Nisha, two of them with a Sonic Wave, and that's going to be pretty strong. Drag back with the lasso, and they burst through Nisha in time they can.
Yeah, you need to be careful. As a Queen of Pain, keep trying to TP out. There's going to be a TP cancel. Not too bad of a trade, you know. Team Secret, they handled a couple of the kills.
I mean, yeah, we've seen this quite a few times in this game. Secret getting aggressive and actually ending up losing more than they're getting out of the trades. Of course, it's all creating space from MATUMBAMAN. MATUMBAMAN pretty much with the Battle Fury complete. Gonna see if they can try and chase down Skem here. Quite the angle for YapzOr to cut him off with a Fisher.
Puppey holding on to that bottle like my precious. He is enjoying the mana regen coming out from it, even though it's empty.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Is he trying to give it to him? Because he's been following YapzOr.
No, he's just trolling. He's like, hey, yeah, want this bottle. Sucker.
I've been having too good of a time in this game.
Radiant's
I forgot to actually, keep an eye on what's happening.
I mean, maybe that's the strat for Obi Neon. You know, they've given the bottle to Puppey and trying to make him lose focus. You know, get a little too comfortable.
Matu finishing the Battle Fury, going into Aghanim Scepter. Pretty standard stuff, I would say, these days on a Monkey King. Like, it's super greedy, but it's a ton of damage as well. Gives you a team fight. Deth on the bottom, standing near the tree with the Edict. He's going to be able to take down this tier 2 tower.
He is.
Radiant's
Puppey managed to get the deny.
has been denied.
There's something to be said there, but still just losing their tier 2s this early. It's going to set up for Obi Neon to start taking over some control of Secret's jungle. That outpost.
Dire are scanning.
Keep it close. Skem's farm's looking good.
He has Aghanim Scepter done.
Yeah.
So that's going to increase his farm once he gets that.
Dire's middle tower is under
This is the
attack.
first time I see Pango without Orb of Corrosion.
Oh, look at this jumps on. Very nicely set up by PlayHard. Closes the gap. Yopaj with the pull-up lockdown.
Excellent. Precious bumps.
Second death on Nisha, sort of back-to-back here. Nisha, a few times now getting caught by OB Neon. Just having that setup, just blink, being on cooldown. It's the opportunity for PlayHard to close the gap, and Yopaj, he's got enough lockdown.
Yeah, I've said it. No corrosion on Pangolier. I don't think in this patch I've seen anyone play Pangolier without it. It's just too good of an item. Zai wants to get a Blink Dagger to be able to jump the back lines, possibly disrupt any snowball saves or the saves coming up from the Oracle. Deth. Catch Puppey.
Let's get revenge for that ball. He's not happy with Puppey taking that away.
Returns from whence it came.
9-9, 1k lead for OB Neon. OB Neon are really fixing it. If you consider how some of the lanes were going for OB Neon at the start, they fixed that completely.
Yeah, they managed to make a comeback. Yeah. Queen of Pain, you know, those two deaths are really costly. Still don't have a defensive tool. YapzOr, no Blink Dagger yet.
Radiant's top tower is under
Nisha
attack.
playing a lot safer now. Doesn't want to blink it aggressively on that. YapzOr's going to get left behind. OB Neon. Another kill for them. As Yopaj, I mean,
he's recovering. He's recovering really nicely.
Is. I mean, you can see maybe sort of the plan was to pick this sort of hero that, you know, then you, regardless of what you pick against a Quap, the lane's going to be rough because of the dagger spam. If you can pick a hero that you know that you can catch your game back up using the jungle, making the moves, then it doesn't matter if you have such a rough time in that 1v1. And yeah, Yopaj just showing to pick it up perfectly after having to play that tough match.
He's level 14, Queen of Pain is level 11.
Yeah, he's destroying it. Top lane, Yopaj getting into the initiation. He's able to set up onto Zai. Will turn on Deth, he puts him on down from MATUMBAMAN. Solid wait for the side. Nisha will be able to catch both Jaunuel and Deth as they take down the two of them. This time round, Secret back on top of the trades, but maybe the fight's not finished yet. It's already OB Neon. They can find more inside of the triangle.
It's still that Monkey is still king of this game. You know, once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, he's super tanky. He brings them so much team fight with the Wukong's command. The Fat Rider can only use Lasso on one person, and Team Secret, they still have a ton of team fight left.
Dire's top tower is under
attack. They also
attack.
have anti-combo. You know, you have Rolling Thunder. You can bounce people from the Wukong's command with the Sonic Wave. You can disrupt Rolling Thunder with the Fissure. There are so many things that could potentially go wrong.
Yeah, there's going to be people being thrown all over the place. Fights. Workers, not necessarily a benefit all the time for Secret. So Neon. They're already making the moves up top. Nisha. But be careful, they do spot him entering this area of the jungle with that ward. Wait, just in time. Precious come in for Deth, and just charging in on them. As he's actually going to be able to get on Nisha. Look at the opening. Nisha just standing far too close as Nisha's gone. And the rest of Secret, they've got to run. Yopaj chasing down Puppey. Up to the tier 2 tower.
They thought Fissure is enough to keep him safe there, but does not manage to get out. Also gets stunned by a Leshrac and gets bursted down.
I feel like we're seeing this in kind of both the games, even though they did get the winning game one, where Nisha, it feels like he's just not giving us the level that we're expecting from him. Having a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, usually Nisha is the one who's in control, you know, making all the movements around the map. They will have 2 Blink Daggers, one done on Pangolier right now, one done on Earthshaker. He also found the fillet, so it's going to help out getting that Blink Dagger. No Echo for 30 seconds, but should be up online for the next fight.
Radiant
They're making so many stacks on side of OB Neon.
Yeah, they're getting so much farm on their heroes. I mean, Yopaj and Skem. BKB on Skem. Once the BKB's done on Yopaj, you know, they're just able to get in on this. And Secret aren't going to be able to do much at all to hold them off. And there's going to be a bit of time before Matu's built up the sort of physical damage that's going to threaten these heroes through the BKB. As until that point, Skem and Yopaj, they're just going to be able to charge down some of these squishy heroes. Nisha, he's got to be so careful every single fight. One stun, and he's going to get taken down each time.
He got slowed down so much. Like, it was a good timing on Orchid. He was dumpstering the laning stage, and now he's so far away from a BKB. He needs that BKB. They still have like 2 abilities that go through Magic Immunity that can stun him, you know, Walrus Punch and the Lasso. There's also Edict on top of that for some extra damage. So they need to be careful. 4k gold lead for OB Neon, down to 3. So that means it's 3.
Oh, at this rate, they'll soon be back up to 4, and there, yeah, it's getting more and more. In these moments, the game's secret, they're just not farming at the same pace that OB Neon is. Mid lane.
This last track feels super tanky. A lot of synergy with the Guardian Greaves and Oracle off the Puppey drops the ult.
They're going to try and go in on this side, actually not able to catch Deth with the rolling thunder. They do lay down the barrel, strike Deth getting burst, so they'll be able to take out the mesh on the front line. Now they'll turn over towards the Oracle, Snowball coming in towards Giant, the blue colors command and playhouse, Deth out, YapzOr over the understand on the two. Gets the jump off the touch, on the Giant. BKB's out, Deth can stand his ground and he's ready to fight back. The BKB, they've got a run, Mash is going to the TPL, will make it away, but it's 3 dead on Secret.
Almost 4 dead, like that was a clutch. Rolling Thunder from Zai, controlling Jaunuel in the backline, so he can't use his ulti on the last track, but then they're like, yeah, we don't need that. No, we're gonna just use it on someone else who gets caught right after. It's just so much damage. Looks like a good Echo Slam, but they were already at like half HP, needed to pull back. MATUMBAMAN this time around on Monkey King, like he does not want to mess around. He understands like that there's so much magical damage coming out from their heroes. I need that BKB.
Yeah, this Gyro is just too strong right now in these fights. They've got to run every time that Skem turns and fights. You see it, Secret starting to really try and push on. Looks to be a solid start, taking out the possession. YapzOr getting that jump, but the false promise is there. Skem onto the BKB, and at that point, Secret, they've already thrown out everything that they had in the tank. They have to run. Matu, very lucky to get away with his life, as he nearly gets taken down as well by Skem. Now off the back of that fight, they're moving into the pit. Secret, they're not going to be able to make the jump in time.
No, just too much damage. They have a tag team. Yopaj just cutting things out. He doesn't even have lasso.
He knows the Puppey split from the team. Puppey trying to hide in the trees, but Yopaj, he's hunting, and he's found him. As Puppey, there'll be no escape for him. As OB Neon flows across, and they'll take him down. Top of getting the Roche and an Aegis here for Skem. And another kill. 6k lead now for OB Neon, as Secret just continue to fall further and further behind.
Last track is becoming so tanky. Guardian Greaves going into Eternal Shroud. It's like he's not playing last track. You know what I mean? It's just like these items feel good still on the hero, and they need him this time around to be a bit more tanky. But it's more of a like, I'm gonna be Underlord.
Yeah, I mean, it's showing one of the excellent strengths of OB Neon that heroes like this Lesh, they can pretty much put it in any 3 of their positions. You never quite know where it's going to go or how it's going to be played. Zai's
just getting caught.
They're just catching them each and every time. Over towards the mid, Nisha's got to run. Pressure's going to come in on top. Deth's going to have another round of Diabolic Edict in a minute.
Well, maybe it's time for Puppey to start thinking about returning that bottle. But like, it's cursed. Like after he picked it up, everything went downhill for Team Secret.
I mean, we don't know what's in the bottle, you know. Maybe it's a little too strong.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, they're losing it a little bit here.
Radiant's
Secret, OB Neon
is under attack.
having a great
Radiant
time
structures
as they're taking these tier 2s. A bottle of poison, perhaps. Puppey's been drinking from. Bottom lane, Matu. He's trying to push it. It's easy kills. Yopaj, he's just got the number every time. You can't show on lanes against this Batrider.
He has boots of travel. They still have a tier 1 tower. Like, Batrider is a really good hero against the Monkey King. Secret, keeping, PlayHard. He's just playing south.
And it's just, you know, this sort of game, it just really shows how strong of a player someone like Yopaj is. He doesn't care about the matchup. He'll just pick his bat. Doesn't matter what it's against. Oh, that's nice. He doesn't care. The lane's tough. He brings it back. And now at this point, just having so much more impact than Nisha's able to do with the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
They're taking the racks. 24 minutes in. OB Neon up to the high ground. What if Secret got to stop them?
They're just taking the barracks. 9k gold lead. They have Aegis, SNY down on Gyrocopter. They can just go in on the mid lane. Connect with the creeps.
Phenomenal stuff here from OB Neon. 18 to 13, 11k lead, a set of racks. What can Secret do? They've nearly got the BKB on MATUMBAMAN, but even now at that point, you may be able to live with the BKB, but the question is whether the damage is going to be enough to actually bring down OB Neon's heroes.
They still have that Aegis for another minute and 50 seconds. They should try to go and threaten the second tier 3 tower, possibly barracks as well.
Smoke up. Moby Neon ready to try and catch Secret by surprise if Secret do try and make a jump outside of the base. Skem heads in, ready to bait the action with that Aegis. See what Secret can do. They weren't able to pull off anything at the top lane in terms of a defense. See if anything's going to be different this time around the mid. Tier 3 towers full. Yopaj is in. Dipping in the ground. Bring away on the Tumbaman, dragging it back into the rest of the team. But Tumbaman, he's going to get taken down. Down for a minute. No buyback. Tumbaman's gone. Zai as well. Nisha, he's got a blink out. It's 2 cores
This
now.
might be it.
I think it might be.
They don't have a Sonic Wave. Everyone's pretty much full HP, full mana. Gyro, he wants to die. Like, he's like, I don't care. Give it there. You know, I still have 40 seconds left on that Aegis.
It's just nothing that Secret can do. As OP Neon
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
having a phenomenal mid-game on the top. They're tapping out. It's too much for Secret. As game 2 is going to go the way of OB Neon.
Radiant's bottom tower
You
dies under
have to
attack.
give them credit for the way that they did this. They come in with sort of players in positions, heroes in positions that you don't expect, or at least you do not expect to be strong. You know, this Gyro, the mid-bat picked into Quap. You know,
They managed to make a comeback with all these stacks, and I think the most important part of this game was